Hey guys, we're back with episode 9, and we are with bands that are playing at the 19th hole on Saturday. We got Oray Band. I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. Let's start with you, Red.
How's it going, yo? My name is Red, the drummer for Echoes of Revolt.
Sweet. Turtle.
My name is Turtle. I'm the drummer for the band Split Grin.
Awesome. Oray,
I'm
everybody's seen
Oray.
you. Everybody's seen you before, but you're guitar and lead vocals for Oray Band. You guys will remember us playing together a while back. So we're really excited about the show, and thanks to all the bands and especially the venue for letting us jump on that. Oray called me about the show up here, and that's kind of what made it all happen. Was we played here, and I told him, "Hey, dude, we're going to be down in Austin on Friday." And thanks for making space. I know it's kind of a pain and, adding another band and stuff like that. But we'll shorten up our set or do whatever we need to do. Just happy to jam with you guys and meet some other musicians from another town. But I'd like to pick up where we left off during the pregame, which was like, I don't, we sort of, Dallas has a reputation. And it's funny because I travel for work. So I go all over the country and I ask questions when I meet other musicians, and Dallas even has a reputation, like pretty much all over the country, as bands that people always say, "Are you guys still eating each other down there, or like beating each other up?" Is the Houston scene like that? I mean, obviously, like it can be, political and cliques and all that stuff, but Turtle, what do you got?
I think Houston's actually to me is okay. You know,
Yeah.
we ain't had too many problems that we would say as a band um, that we don't like this or that. Everybody's been real cool. Everybody's been real down to earth, and I think Houston's doing okay, man. Honestly.
That's awesome. Red, has that been y'all's experience down there?
Yeah, it's been our experience so far as a band, as also as individuals in our previous projects as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
oh, Ray, you go all over the country, man. Like you're all over the place, dude. What do you think of in terms of different areas? Like, what are some spots that you think are pretty artist friendly and the community works together in?
Definitely the West Coast. Everywhere in California has been real welcoming, especially to outsiders. Um, the Houston here is really good. Um, there's just so many places to play.
Yeah,
It's 7 nights a week in Houston. There's shows, there's jams. It's 7 nights a week, and
Yes, that's true.
all of us here in this little circle right here, we all know each other from going to each other's shows and supporting each other.
yeah. That's what it's all about, man. And hopefully Dallas will become less fragmented. But there's definitely cliques, man. And so hates so and so. And if you're friends with so and so, then by nature, then you can't, by association, it's kind of a mess, really, to be honest with you. We kind of try to stay above all that and be like ignorance is bliss, right? If you just don't know like all everybody's riffs with each other, then it's kind of like
Hmm.
um it's funny you mentioned the West Coast because we had the same experience when we went out there and did whiskey. I mean, we were treated like royalty. I was shocked how awesome that was. And I'm not surprised to hear that that was your experience too. I mean, everybody from the door guys to the other musicians to the, security, everybody. It's like, oh my gosh, this is, haven't been, don't get treated like this at home.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to paint a picture of it being like it's not nasty up here, but it's just not like it's different on the West Coast. So, Red, you and Turtle both are drummers, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's awesome. And let's talk gear for just a second. I'm a guitar player, so I know enough about drums to be dangerous, but Red, tell us about your gear and like what you use, what your setup's like.
Well, my kit is it's a Tombow Swing Star 5 piece set. I use Remo pinstripe heads, and I'm kind of like switching cymbals here and there right now because I got some that are a little cracked.
Yeah.
So I got a Zildjian fast crash, a Sabian thin crash, and a couple of sets of solar cymbals. I got a solar ride and solar hi-hats, and I've also have a Zildjian China cymbal as well.
That's cool. And do you play like with a traditional setup, or is there anything like out of the ordinary, like this is on that side versus?
Oh, it is traditional, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've also like throw in some other things like a double bass pedal plus a clutch for my hi-hat stand for whenever I want to play a closed hi-hat or
Yeah.
an open hi-hat and I want to keep hitting the double bass.
Okay, cool. And you keep your you just have one hi-hat on the left side, or you clutch one over on the right?
I have one hi-hat on the left, yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Heather plays she has a Tama. I mean, it's almost vintage now. I forget what it is. It's a 1990s that she loves, and she has a couple kits, but she plays pretty traditional. I know that she plays, because she's short, she actually does something a little bit weird with her pedal, her double bass pedal. She uses a bipod hi-hat so that she can put her hi-hat, she reverses her left pedal with her hi-hat pedal. Does that make sense? So it would
Yeah.
normally be, yeah, she puts it on the other side. So that kind of like, sometimes if we have to play a house kit, that kind of messes her up a little bit. But how about you, Turtle? What's your setup?
I got a Tama. I think it's a Forum uh, or Rockstar. I can't remember quite which one it is. It's a 5-piece also. I play with those many cymbals. Mani, M-I. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can't pronounce
Minor or
it.
minor, something
Mino,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I jam with the. Also, I got a couple of cymbals that are cracked now because we tend to beat the hell out of them back there. So, um, uh,
That's right.
I play with double bass pedals. I play with the DW 5000 series,
Yeah.
which I really love the 5000s. I think they're awesome. I play a little different. I have kidney failure, so I have which I call fistula in my arm, where I have to like I can't use my arm as much as I would like to, so I had to learn how to play everything on my right side.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes I take my hi hats and put it on the right side. Sometimes I don't. It just depends how I'm
You have
feeling.
to adjust here and there
I have
because of
to
that.
adjust. In the skater world. I play goofy foot. You know what I mean? You know. So, but yeah. So I'm a little weird on my setup, but other than that, man, we just kind of put four on the floor and just kind of go for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
hear you on
fun.
that.
It's funny because when people see the girls and everything, they've all been accused of being like the girlfriend of somebody in the band, right? they get offended. But like Heather, especially, man, she really beats the shit out of her drums, and she cracks cymbals quite a bit more than she wants to, for sure. Oray, you guys had a jamming set at Platinum up here in Fort Worth. So, dude, you have several Wolfgangs, right?
Yes.
That you play. You like those?
I prefer to play those. Yes.
Yeah, I got one. I got a purple one, and I like it a lot. Yeah, it's good. I right now I'm like so just spoiled with the profiler that I don't really switch guitars, and that's just lazy, but also because we travel a lot, and to be able to use a profiler sort of helps. You know, carry less stuff, and then I can kind of help other people with their equipment or whatever. But I actually bought that Wolfgang from Lou Morris of Lovesick Drug and Coilback. He does some of our artwork or whatever, but it's a good guitar. But how many do you have?
4 Wolfgangs.
That's awesome, dude.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool, man.
They're good, man. They're good guitars, and they feel really good. And also, those pickups are hot. They're they are just as hot as my EMG. Like I play with an active pickup, and I can switch back and forth on the same setting, and they're just as hot as an active, in my opinion.
Shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, what would you, Red? Let's talk about your band. So, what would you say if what for if you're going to do if you like these bands for fans of, you would like us if you like these particular bands, popular bands that people are familiar with.
Well, we have talked quite a few times about some of our different influences,
Yeah.
and we would say that if you like bands like Wednesday 13 or Motorhead, Dream Theater, or even Godsmack, which is one of my biggest influences for drumming, then you'll like Love, Echoes of Revolt. That's how I would put it.
Yeah. I should ask right now, actually. I should have asked this before, but what is your full band's instrumentation? So, are you a 5-piece, 4-piece, and who does what?
We started out as a four-piece band, yeah, but around August or September or something, we added a fifth member to the band. So we have drums, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, bassist, and a vocalist.
Okay, awesome. Very cool. How about you, Turtle?
Um, we have three people in our band. We have Eric Villarreal. Eric, excuse me, he's gonna hate me for this. Eric Villarreal, who's our bass player, and then Stacy Wolf, who's also our guitar player and our vocalist.
Okay.
Um, compare us to, heard so many. We have so many influences, and we use so many influences in our music. We've heard anything from Lamb of God to um, uh, what's that one? Sepultura,
Nice.
Prague,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we try not to hold any boundaries to our music, and we try to be as creative and have as much influence from pretty much every band that we see and hear. We try to throw it in and figure it out, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. It's cool to hear other people's influences, especially like now that I'm getting older. I mean, it seems like it was the stuff we were listening to in the 90s. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but man, that's 30
No,
years ago
they
now.
don't feel like it.
It's 30
It's
years
just,
ago now, man. It's like,
hey,
what's up? Oh,
man,
Ray,
that's
you're
crazy.
you're young, dude. What are your influences?
Oh man, the Eagles, Van Halen, and believe it or not, Garth Brooks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Man,
Sweet.
I feel like country and rock have been on a merge for a while now, and it started back with Garth Brooks, and when we were kids in the 90s, kind of the new country thing. But nowadays, man, there's the mid genre is definitely there's a lot of crossover for sure.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's good stuff,
absolutely.
man. Who doesn't like listening to some country music and drinking a beer?
Right.
And lots of collaborations here and there with country and rock as well.
Yeah, yeah, and that's nice to see because you would have never seen anything like that before.
No,
That
absolutely not.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a thing before, and like we taught gear and stuff like that when we were younger. You didn't really talk about that stuff. Everybody's stuff was secret, and it was like, no, whatever. Everything's more collaborative now, and that's really cool for that to be the case.
Yeah, because
Um,
back then it was almost like it was territorial.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even Eddie Van Halen, right? Like he loved doing all that stuff. Like he with his Frankenstrat and everything. He didn't want anybody knowing how he's getting that sound.
Right.
Uh, yeah, yeah. And now it's I think it's better for everybody because now it's cool to learn. When we were younger, at least Turtle and I, when like it wasn't cool to be smart. It wasn't cool to ask a bunch of questions. It wasn't cool to like I'm not going to ask that guy how he gets that sound. I'm going to make my own. And so that's cool. I think good to see all the way across the industry. So you guys play together quite a bit in the Houston area, all four bands.
Actually, I think we missed playing with Oray once. I think, or we played with y'all once. We definitely missed a bunch of shows with Echo of Revolt. So this coming weekend, we get a chance to play with some of the bands that we missed out on and had to turn down shows and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that for
Yeah,
sure.
same
Yeah.
here. And being that we're a little fresh off the grimace here, we've actually got to witness Oray in action at Warehouse Live one time.
Yeah, badass.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Warehouse Live looks really awesome.
And for Honeycut Southern, I can only speak for myself because before I joined Echoes of Revolt, I was with another band called Hitch, and we had played with Honeycut Southern quite a few times.
Yeah. Well, what Oray, how did you put this show together? So obviously you work with Serena a lot, right?
Serena.
I do work with Serena a lot. Actually, this is Echoes of Revolt. This is their show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is their show. They put this show together right here.
Awesome. Cool. And what are some of the other venues that you guys play at? Red, do you do a lot of the booking for your band?
No, actually, the booking goes through my lead guitarist, Dave.
Okay. Cool. What other places are you guys playing on the regular down there? Because this is our first time in Houston.
Well, as far as I remember, 19th hole being one of them. There is also the Inn, Scout Bar, and BFE. I don't know if you heard of those venues.
Yeah, those are the ones that I've heard of. BFE, and Scout Bar, and I don't really know where BFE is, but I know Scout Bar's down there by Hobby.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
We
kind
were
of it's kind of a hike a little bit, right?
right.
As far
We were on the bill too to play Iron Horse before it shut down.
That place was really a really cool place to play. We got an opportunity to play there also. It was a nice place. It was starting to pick up steam for sure.
yeah. Oh, Ray, what are some hot spots down there that we're missing?
You have a Dan Electros. You have a black, was it the Black Magic
Oh,
Social Club there?
yeah, Black Magic Social Club. That's another one we
Um,
haven't played yet.
there's also another place on the west side. It's called the 1810 Ohiman. And then a little bit bigger venues. You got White Oak Music Hall. You got Warehouse Live Midtown, which used to be Rise Rooftop.
Oh, House of
Um,
Blues.
the House of Blues, and you got Wildcatters in Katy, Texas.
Yeah.
And then do you go down to Galveston? Is there anything down there?
Yeah,
I
in Galveston is you got Club 1877. That's going to be one of the bigger ones that you play down there on the Strand in the island.
Oh yeah, no rain.
I actually live in Galveston. I'm the only one in my band that lives in Galveston. I live on the Strand down here too. So 1877 Drunken Monkeys and a really good one. Murphy's Irish Pub is a real good place. It's one of these little places that people don't know about. In fact, every year I tend to bring down bands, local bands that we played with or we went to go see,
Yeah.
and we try to go to each one of these places and put on a nice big show. This year, last year? Last year we went to Murphy's Irish Pub and we brung down 4 or 5 bands from Houston and other places and just tore it up. It was an awesome thing, man. So
That's
every
awesome.
year
Okay.
we try to bring down bands, and we haven't been turned down yet. You know, the music scene down here in Galveston is not what it used to be. It's not. They tend to, you know, go for more of the tourist kind of music and stuff like that. As far as like heavy metal, screamcore, punk, and stuff like that, it's far and few clubs that will let you do it down here. So I'm kind of hoping to bring that back up because
Yeah.
they need to wake up a little bit, man. So yeah,
Be a
Galveston
little
rock,
more inclusive.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Oh
Well,
yeah, and Array, we're still lined up for a silver spot in Galveston as well. That's another good
Absolutely.
spot to play at.
That's awesome. Galveston is cool, man. I went down there a lot as a kid just because, from the Dallas area, it's not like you can drive to the coast real quick.
Oh,
No.
And really what we found out was once I had kids, you actually, in the time that you can drive from Dallas, Fort Worth to South Padre, you can drive to Pensacola or Panama City. It's literally about the same amount of time drive wise.
The same distance.
Yeah.
Well, from Galveston, it's a straight shot. Actually, you just stay on one road and just keep going, and you're next thing you know, you're there.
That's
I
right.
was-
You just got to keep staying on 45.
Yeah.
Well, what's that road you take? If we take over there, I don't know, I remember that road. I'm bad with the road names and stuff like that.
Yeah. You just know where to go, man. Sometimes the car just knows its way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm coming from Conroe, so we stay on the interstate all the way through.
yeah. Abby lives in Spring, so she lives not too far from 19th hole. So she's gonna be. I told y'all in the chat, like her parents met there, like I don't know, 25 or 30 years ago. Her mom and dad met there. Her dad was playing in a band there. That's how they met. But there's a whole nother story to that, I guess. So we won't get into. But he's supposed to be there, and she grew up there. She went to Tomball Academy, so hopefully there'll be some teeny boppers there getting into rock and roll.
Nice.
I do think that's a thing too. I think for the first time in a while, I think more younger people are starting to get back into rock and metal, and that's nice to see because for a while there wasn't much going on with the young people. I mean, I'm not even sure they really heard electric guitars.
Congratulations to those parents that never gave up on metal.
Yeah.
Because of the parents that these kids are, find out who an Iron Maiden is, and then from there they just move on to Pantera,
Yeah.
or Megadeth,
Or Rat or Metallica.
or
Poison,
Metallica, or
Motley Crue,
exactly, some
or
of these bands.
Cinderella.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good for sure. So I think those parents that never gave up on it, hats off to them because they're like, man, we understand.
It's funny because so Abby's background is pop music, but her mom was a metalhead, and she's named after King Diamond's album Abigail.
Nice.
And it's funny because her mom always listens to metal, and she kind of rebelled against her mom. It's like a backwards reverse rebel because she was listening to pop because her mom was always listening to metal and taking her to metal concerts. But then she got in our band and she's like, she's really found, there's so many people, there's so many girls doing the pop thing. Like it would be hard, even if you're brilliant at it. There's 5 million of them doing it. You scroll on TikTok but she's got a really good rock voice, and she's kind of learned to sort of embrace that. And her mom loves it because she's doing hard rock and metal and stuff. But yeah, the parents that kept rocking, that's the only thing that really keeps it going. I can remember the first time I heard Metallica, and I thought I was listening to Poison and Cinderella and Motley Crue and stuff like that. First time I heard Metallica, and it's like, whoa, what is that?
Same. Yeah, I was real young when I heard those guys. I was like, oh my God, what is this?
Yeah.
The first bands I ever listened to from whenever I was a kid was Metallica and Dokken.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Mine was Twisted Sister, believe it or not, growing up.
Dream Warriors.
That was
There
my
you go.
favorite metal band at the time was Twisted Sister. Dee Snider was a genius,
Hell yeah, man, on cassette tape, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
I'd go down to the Kmart, and when we still had Kmart, I'd go down to Kmart and buy the tapes.
Yes, sir. I still got a lot of that and Anthrax, Precision
you
of
go.
Time cassette. Yeah, I still have all that good stuff,
Caught in a mosh.
Caught in the Mosh.
hell
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so when Heather and Lori, our bass player, drummer, and I were in bands together in the mid 90s. it was in the wake of Pantera breaking out. So like Cowboys was like 90, was it 92? Somewhere around 92.
Somewhere around, yeah.
And you know, they're from around here. So it's not uncommon. We never, I mean, I met them, but there's people that hung out with them, you know, and like went over to their house and stuff like that. They're a little bit older than us, but there's a lot of just classic venues that are gone now. We had and some of them were dive places, but they're in a lot of the a lot of YouTube videos. If you go like look at Pantera, Fort Worth, they played at Joe's Garage out in West Fort Worth, which was kind of a really famous place back in the day, and then it closed down. The Basement in Dallas was a big Pantera place. But yeah, we were right in the kind of in the wake of that, and started out playing. We were doing I would call it hair metal basically, and then we got a guitar player that was into a lot heavier stuff, and I was like, man, that's awesome. Then started looking at Slayer tabs and everything, and I was like, man, this is where it's at right here. And we got heavier and heavier and heavier, and then eventually came out the other side, kind of a grunge metal type thing. But anyways, Oray, dude, you said you guys can play for 4 hours. How many songs can y'all play?
Jeez, that's a long time, man.
We can play a lot longer than that. We just do 4-hour shows, man. Like,
Oh my God.
depends on the crowd that's there to see which way we gravitate towards covers when we do covers.
Yeah, you did a Britney Spears cover, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome, man.
We got Madonna. We got all kinds of tricks up our sleeve.
It's funny
I actually
because
remember seeing y'all doing that one time at Warehouse too.
yeah. It's cool, man. Like a lot of those songs, like they lend themselves really well for like a rock conversion, you know. I mean, we were talking about doing, you know, No Doubt's making a comeback, right? They're gonna do a residency out in Vegas. We're talking, yeah, No Doubt, yeah, Gwen Stefani, yeah. And I don't know how many of the original people in it, maybe all the original, I don't know, but she's coming back. They're doing the residency thing in the Sphere there for like, I guess, I don't know how long you do that, for a month maybe, and then they'll probably going on tour. I don't know, but we were talking about doing maybe some No Doubt covers would be fun. But you know, it's fun. I mean, obviously, there's nothing like writing your own music and people being into it, but throwing a cover in there that everybody knows is pretty awesome.
We were actually playing Highly Suspects Human, and we made it metal. So
nice.
We made it our own and stuff. Like, we had to give it up because we had to go through a little bit of change in the band, like, and so we was like, oh man, we can't do that mumble talk real quick and stuff. So we kind of put it on the shelf for right now until someone gets up there and blah 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 blahs it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for us.
Red, you guys doing any covers right now?
Right now we've only got one cover on our set list, and that's Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
Nice.
Everybody loves Break Stuff.
Of course.
It's definitely a crowd starter.
It's a crowd starter and it's a festival ender.
For sure.
That song will always be famous for the Woodstock deal. Yeah, that's a good tune for sure. Oray, I know you guys are doing a million of them. Oray, I got some questions for you. So how did you get into music, brother? Did you start playing guitar? Like,
no, man, that was my first influence. Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
You know, when he came out with I guess it was the rodeo cassette. Well, then he did This Is Garth Live or something. It was a VHS tape. I got that, and he was just such an entertainer, running around on stage and, you know, looking like Steven Tyler. But, you know, so I knew at that point that's what I wanted to be, was a musician and entertainer.
Yeah.
But I didn't start playing guitar until I was about 17. I didn't pick it up till I was about 17.
Cool. And how many bands have you played in?
Only a couple.
Only a couple.
I started a high school band for a couple years. Then I moved to Fort Worth in 2003 and we started Oray. And I did that for a while. And afterwards, I guess I played in I just sat in, I guess you would call it, just sitting in here or there, something like that.
Yeah.
And then, at that time, it wasn't until, we've been together almost 2 years now. The Oray Band is a little bit less than 2 years. June will make 2 years.
Yeah.
I share this with everybody. Drugs and alcohol was more important to me at the time than music. And so that ran my life.
Yeah. Then you got music put back on top.
I got clean and sober first, and it wasn't for the music; it was for me. And then after a few years, I found out, hey, you know what? Maybe I can go back and enjoy some music now. And then I've been real fortunate with that.
Good for you, man, and good for sharing your message too. Like, there's a lot of people out there that need to hear it.
Man, that's great.
Yeah,
Love
that it. I know it's hard to turn that around. Red, is this how many bands have you been in, and how did you get started playing drums?
Oh man. Well, before I started playing drums, I was fiddling around with guitar here and there. I was still kind of learning,
Yeah.
especially with the tablatures. But I've done that for quite a few years, and it wasn't until 2009 and 2010, whenever I was in junior high school, and you know, we all have access to YouTube and whatnot. And I saw a video of the drum battle from Godsmack Changes with Shannon Larkin and Sol Leona.
Yeah.
As soon as I finished watching that, I was like, I want to do that one day. I want to be on stage like that with the drums.
Yeah.
And so like around like spring of 2010 was whenever I got my drum kit. And it wasn't much, obviously. I obviously had to build up from it.
Right.
But I'm actually pretty proud of my kit. It's the first and only kit that I have right now, actually, along with all the other stuff that I've added to it.
Did you take lessons? Are you like self-taught?
I am self-taught. I never took lessons.
Yeah.
And some people look at me like, "Whoa, where did you learn the drum?" Like, nowhere actually. I was, self-taught.
Yeah, through your ears.
Yeah, the first song I ever, covered on drums was Rock This Town by the Stray Cats. Pretty simple, pretty fast beat, and it just moved on from there. I got to learn to play more songs, and up until my senior year, 2015, whenever I graduated, was whenever I stopped drumming and had to look for work. And it wasn't until 2023, whenever I joined my first band, Hitch, that I started getting back into music again. My first gig was a 12th Street bar over in Huntsville. And whenever I started Echoes of Revolt was around the summertime of last year, 2025,
Nice. Well, that's awesome, man, that you it's totally different when you start playing with other people. That's what I kind of always tell friends that just play like at home, by themselves. I'm like, dude, even if you don't ever intend on making a band out of it, like find a friend, if you're playing guitar, go find somebody that plays the drums or something, because the experience of actually playing with somebody else is so different than just playing along with your favorite recording. Right. Although that's fun, but just the interaction. What about you, Turtle? What about you, Turtle? Did you take any lessons, or how did you get started playing drums?
No, I never took no lessons. I was self-taught, man. I grew up in a tough neighborhood and stuff like that. We didn't have much and stuff like that. No one ever kind of helped you get to where you needed to go, where I grew up on it. And my bass player, Eric Villarreal, played in a band back in the day, and he was like, hey, Turtle, man, instead of getting in trouble and fighting, why don't you, play drums? You beat on it. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? What? I get to beat on something and I go to jail? Shit, let me try it. So I tried it, and I did okay. I did okay. He gave me my first audition. I did okay with that, and then I went to a band called Rock Dog, where the lead singer from that band went to Dead Horse, Mike Argo. So with Mike Argo and his brother Elijah Argo, JD's taught me a lot of like backbone rhythms. You
Yeah.
know, I kind of just stay in the pocket to a certain degree. I'm not a flashy drummer, man. You know, it's not about me. It's about the band. So I kind of stay within my lane. You know what I mean, and just go in and do what I have to do. So, but other than that, man, I'm self-taught, and I'm still learning. I got
Yeah.
to ask these. Hats off to these youngsters today who can play some of this just craziest stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they're so young. It's like I get embarrassed for a little bit. I have to go up there. Hey, little dude,
Yeah.
how'd you play that? I'm 52 years old, bro. It's like,
Right.
can you show me just a little bit on But other than that, man, I'm still learning, dude, and that's why when I go see these guys, I focus a lot on the drummers, because some of these guys pull off some phenomenal things, and
Yeah.
I would like to learn how to do that one day, and not take forever to learn it, But other than that, I just self-taught, man, and I have fun. Um, in fact, the show coming up, I sent a text out to everybody that we'll be playing in our onesies at this
I saw
show.
that. I
So
saw
you
that.
saw that, huh? You
Yeah.
saw that, huh? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's
Yep.
me. I decided to, hey, you know what? Let's have fun, man. Like you said earlier, everybody's kind of just, serious, man. It's
Yeah.
about having fun and let your hair down if you have hair. If not, pretend you
Right.
have hair. Let it down for a little while. You know what I mean? And relax.
I
But
Yeah.
mean,
Totally.
I flail on my drums, so I can't. So I don't. And I don't even own a onesie. And if I did, I'd be sweating in it from all the flailing I do on the drums.
oh man, we played with the onesies at quite a few venues, and man, let me tell you, once you get past that first time, man, it's like it's cake.
Right.
Real quick what to do afterwards. Get out of it. So
We
yeah, have
Yeah.
extra clothes, a lot of deodorant, and you'll be all right.
And hell, I'm still learning myself all these different things as a drummer, especially as a guitarist, because I also have a solo project.
Oh, cool. What's your
Yeah.
solo project called?
It's it's just my name, Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an acoustic solo project. I've already had my first gig debut at the Scout Bar along with Echoes of Revolt.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Well, I
Hmm.
think that's really good because like the more and it can help you be a contributor to writing too. Like sometimes the drummers just play along with the riffs, and not that they aren't composing their own beats and stuff like that, but if you're playing guitar also, then it brings a whole nother perspective to writing and being more involved in the band in terms of that also.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I've already got like a couple of ideas that I can throw at the guys.
Yeah. Oh, Ray, what's your when you guys write, what is the process that you guys do? Is it do you is it your material and you show it to them, or does everybody kind of have input?
I have the songs. I have the songs and I have the music, and then we go through them. And there's been a couple instances where Lynn, the bass player, he might suggest some changes, and we've taken a couple of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, your guys are monsters, man. Lynn's a monster on the bass, dude.
Yeah, y'all guys
And
really are badass.
and your
He's
drummer,
Hmm.
he's a slide guitar player, man. He I retired him from guitar and put him on bass, man.
yeah.
And see, that's another deal. The 4 hour show, you've only seen like 45 minute set or an hour set. When we play, we swap around. I'm an indoors drummer. My drummer plays bass and Lynn plays guitar, so we do all kinds of swapping around. We have different originals that the other guys sing. It's real fun. It's real fun.
Yeah. It's really cool. That's kind of the modern day version of what they did back in the 50s and 60s with jazz. That there's a lot more improvisation, and you do it like you're living that life like almost 7 nights a week with those open mic things and just playing different places, switching instruments. That's really awesome.
That's real versatile.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got Honeycutt Southern, and who else is anybody else not represented here?
Crazy Chris is hosting the show.
Oh yeah, tell us about him.
I actually found him at Warehouse Live. He's the front man, the leader of a Red Hot Chili Peppers tribute band called Mellowship in Houston. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, they are really
they
good.
are.
I've seen those cats. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I've,
the
I've
guys
seen
in
him
there,
occasionally here and there, but I haven't actually seen him in action. First time I actually saw him was whenever I went to Winners in Pasadena to see Horizon Shift perform.
That's awesome. So he'll be introducing the bands and stuff.
Yes.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna put the flyer up here for everybody to see. So doors are at 7 o'clock, and it's pay at the door. 19th hole in Spring. $10 over 21, $20 under 21. Haha, our vocalist will have to. Well, I guess she'll get in because she's a vocalist, but her friends will have to pay. But if you're in the area or within the greater Houston area, come out to this show. It's going to be a killer show, stacked with 5 bands, and you don't want to miss it. It's going to be the place to be on Saturday night. Guys, looking forward to hanging out with you. Oray, it's always a pleasure, dude, jamming with you. And will Serena be there? Because I wanted to meet her just because of the Rock Rage stuff. John was saying that, that I needed to get in touch with her. Is she going to be around, you think?
I can ask her.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
If she's not working, she'll probably be like, oh, hell no, I'm not going up there. If she's got a night off, I don't know. Don't bother her. But anyways, anybody that sees this, if you're around, come check it out. We'll probably be streaming it also, but it's a blackout. You're not allowed to watch the live stream if you're within 50 miles, kind of like the old Dallas Cowboy games. So, we're going to, well, I'm sure we'll be streaming it, or Ray will be streaming it, or somebody will, but so that people can go back and watch it. But support your fellow bandmates and other bands, support the other bands, come out, support the venues, buy some beer from the bartenders, tip them, tip your servers, and support local music. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you this Saturday. It's not long now. We'll be jamming out on Saturday night.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
All right, man.
All right. See ya.
All right. Awesome. That's it's done recording. Let me get rid of this. Let's see here.